Thank you very much for coming out today. And you all know I'm Jack Froese. I'm running for re-election. And today, I know you're all very busy, and I really do appreciate the fact that you took the time out to come and hear what I have to say. Today, I'm here to clear the air about an important issue that's being raised in this election campaign. On Tuesday of this week, I participated in a televised debate in which my opponent, Rick Green, claimed that he had nothing to do with landowner funding of the contentious Brookswood-Fernridge official community plan. I'm asking voters to question Green's version of the facts. I have a package here, and in this package is a public voting record from Green's 2009-2011 term as township mayor. This document proves that Green's administration agreed to accept advance payment from a group of landowners to fund an update to the Brookswood-Fernridge OCP. In our recent debate on Shaw TV, Green insisted, and I quote, "I had nothing to do with, nor would I ever have anything to do with, involving 10 landowners putting up $50,000 apiece to pay for the OCP in their area with their properties." This voting record, which is available to anyone, it's a public document, it proves otherwise. It clearly shows that the Brookswood-Fernridge OCP was signed, sealed, and delivered during Mayor Rick Green's term. The landowners offered to provide advance funding to allow the township to move forward with updating the OCP. But I want to make something very, very clear. This offer is not unusual. It was completely above board, and it was accepted with the full knowledge of Mayor Green and council. Green's official campaign website falsely claims that I initiated the planning process for the creation of the OCP. And he also referred to that as an obvious conflict of interest, which he alleged that I was in. The voting record tells a different story. At a council meeting on May 30th, 2011, 7 councillors in attendance unanimously approved a motion for staff to proceed with updating the OCP. The motion also authorized the acceptance of a draft memorandum of understanding with the landowners group to cover the cost of updating the community plan. The agreement called for the landowners to be eventually reimbursed from funds collected from development permit levies, but only if the planned development moved forward. Green was notably absent during the final vote, but the record shows that he was fully involved in the process, voting in favor of the 4 previous motions leading up to the final council approval. And I should note that during this time, I had not taken office, as I took office in December the 1st, 2011. Green's claims are a big disappointment to me. They're also an unfortunate distraction from the real voter concerns about township approach to development. I can understand why some community members are frustrated with the planning process. Although I supported the adoption of the revised OCP, I accepted the decision by council to vote down the plan on March 31st, 2014. Through the frustrating and contentious process of trying to update the OCP, I learned that the existing public hearing process doesn't do enough to truly engage the community. Our township has an opportunity to be a leader in changing things for the better. We need to take what we learned from the defeat of the OCP and improve our planning to include more community input earlier in the process. I promise that as soon as I take office, I'll establish a task force on public engagement. And this will bring local experts and the community together. And their task will be to review the current approach to development planning and make recommendations for improvement. The goal will be to bring the planning process closer to the people in our community. The establishment of the task force on public engagement is one of my 3 highest priorities as I look forward to my next term. The other 2 are transportation and public safety. When it comes to transportation, we all agree that our road system hasn't kept up with the growth. In my next term, I'm committed to widening the 208 Street overpass, which is currently a big bottleneck between our communities of Walnut Grove and Willoughby. This is just one example of what needs to be done to reduce traffic congestion, which affects everyone's quality of life. Public safety will always be a high priority on my list. I spent 20 years as a police officer. I understand the challenges many communities face, and I know firsthand that prevention is more effective than reaction. I'm committed to work hard to ensure that our township has the police resources necessary to keep our community safe. At this point, I want to thank you again for coming out to hear me set the record straight. I'm looking forward to moving beyond the distraction of Rick Green's misinformation and talking to the voters about the issues that are important to them. And this time I'll be happy to take any questions that you have from the media. Thank you.